gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, an international heavyweight contest.
Roman expert, doesn't use legs at all.
An international heavyweight contest of 30 minutes, 6 5-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions or 1 knockout to the winner. Introducing on my left from Manchester in Lancashire, Peter Stewart. Give him a hand now. And his opponent from Budapest in Hungary, Tibor Szakacs.
Very seldom get a smile from Tibor here, from Tibor Szakacs. Hardly ever changes expression during the whole bout. Certainly doesn't smile on the reception. There he is, and this afternoon he takes on Peter Stewart, a man a great deal lighter than himself, who comes up to the heavyweight class for this bout, though.
Seconds away, round 1.
6 5-minute rounds, 2 falls to decide it. Peter Stewart at 14 stone 2 in the striped trunks, diagonally striped trunks. The Tibor Szakacs of Hungary at 15 stone 4. So Stewart giving away a stone and 2 pounds here. Referee Joe Dorazio. And Stewart, who's had a lot of trouble recently in the ring with that right knee, which he's got heavily protected by a black bandage. In fact, the last time he was on television, I think, or the time before last, he was at Langgrove Baths, and we really wondered whether he'd get through the bout at all with that knee. Seems to be okay at the moment. Tibor Szakacs, of course, with the very famous heavyweight from Budapest, who always concentrated in his amateur days on Greco-Roman wrestling, club wrestling. Greco-Roman style, which means, of course, wrestling from the hips up. No use of the legs, except to keep balance. Not bad with his legs, though, when he needs them. Yes, one of his own unorthodox head chanceries there, Stewart, and of course Tibor soon found a way out. In case the stomach throw came, Stewart cartwheels clear. Stewart using that knee a little gingerly there. He was just a little bit hesitant on that move. Took longer than usual to get that leg of Tibor's locked off. Two minutes left in this first round of 6. 2 falls to decide this contest. And the Szakacs special spin-out move, taking his man ahead of him rather than sideways. Forcing him over, just power from that semi-jab stranglehold, forces man to the canvas. Well, Stewart, a wee bit ambitious, I should think, going up to Tibor Szakacs' weight of a stone 2 pounds heavier and such a very experienced grappler. But he might hold out for a bit anyway. He might even spring a surprise. He has before. Still that Japanese hold there by Szakacs. Stewart's own left arm right round his face. Oh yes, beautiful. Operated the counter in the middle of the move there and completely took Stewart by surprise. Right on the bell of round 1. Perhaps one of the most improved light heavyweights in the business today. Doesn't necessarily get a show here this afternoon because of that knee trouble he's had recently. But over the last 2 or 3 years, a tremendous improvement in this fellow. He's grown heavier and, of course, a great deal taller. When he was started as a middleweight, and he was taken over by Billy Robinson.
Second away, round 2.
Round 2, 5 rounds to go, no score. Tibor Szakacs versus Peter Stewart. And it's Stewart in those diagonally striped trunks.
4, 5, 6.
Obviously intending to attack at the start of this round. He didn't see too much of the last one. Of course, if Szakacs goes forward, Stewart goes forward with him, and if he tries to go back, of course he just goes back, steps back one. So he's got to think of something else. Still Szakacs with this hold on the left leg, hooking up the right one as well, trying to make it a figure 4 with his feet. And he has to eventually bring a hand down to hold it on. In fact, both. Pressure a little too much from Stewart's legs then. Stewart holds onto it after the spin out. Surprised he has enough strength in that right knee to do it.
Come on.
Just a couple of minutes left in the second round, and Tibor trying that folded leg position, but hoped to go forward up to the head. Stewart saw it coming, countered before it happened. Side headlock to Stewart. Oh, yes. And that back chop so often takes him unawares. Even Stewart nodding there to say, yes, that really caught me. One minute left. Stewart just from time to time trying the cross press in between this move, and now finally deciding on the interlock fingers. And the arm lever held flat against the joint with the knee stroke there behind the elbow, just to make sure it stays against the joint. But a beautiful reach with the feet by Tibor Szakacs, almost on the bell of round 2. Well, there was a time only fairly recently, just this last few months in fact, when Tibor Szakacs' career in the ring could have been all over. He had tremendous eye trouble, and he had an operation at Moorfields Eye Hospital which seems to have completely cured it, for which of course he's eternally grateful. But it was a near thing.
Second away, round 3.
Round 3, 4 rounds to go. Still no score. Peter Stewart versus Tibor Szakacs, and Stewart doing well to stand up to Szakacs for at least 2 rounds, giving away over a stop.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8,
And still coming in the attack.
3,
I don't think Szakacs expected so much trouble from this fellow.
7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Switch there. But held in a flying tackle attempt, but Szakacs was ready for it with a turn and almost got the first one there. And Szakacs going in for another, but a spin out by Stewart. And a flying tackle again. This time tackle gets it, and is Szakacs in trouble from the flying tackle? He is there. And a magnificent effort by Stewart in just 25 seconds of round 3. And that really is a turn up for the book. Peter Stewart insisting and really not stopping till he got that chance.
Ladies and gentlemen, in round 3, the first fall is in favor of Peter Stewart.
The man who tried 2 flying tackles consecutively there. Once it was blocked and Stewart nearly went down for a pinfall himself from Szakacs' counter, and the second one came off for him because Szakacs didn't believe he'd try another one so quickly. Anyway, 1 fall to Stewart.
Second away, round 4.
3 rounds to go as we start the 4th. Stewart in the diagonally striped trunks, leading Tibor Szakacs by 1 fall to 0. Now Szakacs really stalking him now. Side head chancery to Szakacs. already we've seen one of his famous back chops, but not from the canvas as we so often have before. Didn't really bring it up from nothing. Became more of a slap. But it'll probably act as a warning to Stewart that another one could come at any time if he leaves him open for it. All that time, the side head chancery of Szakacs still on. Tremendous mare. One-handed. And Stewart went almost clear across the ring. This time he did, but from the backhammer throw, and that could have really jogged that right leg. No, he seems to be worrying the leg. Poor landing on the bottom. And Tibor going to try the same thing again. He's shaping for it. Backhammer really high. Stewart unable to reach any form of counter to the head. From that side, anyway. Eighth try from that? No.
Come on, break it down,
And finally the head comes down low enough for Stewart to attack in a counter move. Doesn't work quite for him, but it's a good effort. All the time that backhammer's been on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And the landing in the backhammer plus the right leg against the bottom rope again. Couldn't have done much good there. Just a melee of hands and wrists there. It's difficult to see exactly what. I think it's Szakacs still got that lever. And finally, his head too near again. And it's a head scissors to Stewart. Just 1 minute left. Fourth. Cross press attempt to Szakacs, but no count from Joe D'Orazio. Szakacs a little amazed as to why the count isn't coming for that pinfall. Still D'Orazio won't start the count. Stewart's right shoulder clear. Half a minute.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Quick leg grab. Oh, didn't work for him, but it was a near thing, but it's on the bell anyway now. Peter Stewart, the man who never admits to any specialty move at all. He never has to me. He's pretty slick with most of the holes now. So he says, if I can attempt to master the majority of them, who needs a specialty which just gives away the possible moves to your opponent? Well, maybe he has a point. It's working today.
Check the way, round 5.
Round 5, 2 rounds to go, and still Stewart in the striped trunks, leading Tibor Szakacs by 1-0. And a side head chancery attacking move right from the bell to Stewart.
One, two, three.
Over the top to the 2-0 if he gets it, but no, he was too close, and it's Szakacs holding the arms there for the fall there. Just 35 seconds gone into round 5, and the equalizing fall to Szakacs. Francis P. Blake, our MC, to announce it.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, in round 5, an equalizing fall to Tibor Szakacs.
So Szakacs leaving a bit late in round 5 to get the equalizer, but it still gives him a chance of one clear round now. This final round 6 coming up to get a winner if he's going to.
Check the way, 6th final round.
Round 6, the final round 6, 1 fall each. And it's Szakacs in the plain trunks and now stalking his man again like he did at the start of the 4th. Stewart just got a bit of an advantage in height here for Nelson. And Szakacs just raising his arms, grabbing the double arm instead of the Nelson, and changing it into a full Japanese triangle hold. Very neat, very unusual to see that actually. And the full Jap triangle hold again, but thrown out nicely by Stewart. And a tackle, but not enough. Is it enough for that cross press? No, thrown out. So the Ratio just escaped in time then. And a flying tackle again by Stewart, but this time it's held perfectly by Szakacs. The suplex, a suplex over the top to a cross press. Must be it, must be. And 1 minute 12 seconds into the final round, and Szakacs gets it 2-1 with a suplex, and a beauty it was.
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, excellent bout. Fitting result, 2 balls to 1, the winner, Tibor.